Doyle. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Authortube small channel tag, and if I can find the original creators video I will leave a link to it down in the description along with a list of the questions. So here we go. Number 1, introduce yourself and specify what 2 genres you write in and one that you never write in. So oddly enough, my name is Erin and I'm a writer. I am a published poet and I'm currently working on what should, hopefully, or going to plan, be my debut novel. I'm a biologist. I work in molecular ecology, which means that I try to answer ecological questions using genetics as a tool. Usually people who work in molecular ecology are ecologists who have picked up genetics later in their career or perhaps at graduate level because genetics can be used to answer some of their questions more in depth. I approached it from the other side. As an undergrad I specialised in microbial ecology and molecular genetics, and then at graduate level I answered a ecological question, and since then I've remained in the more ecological realm, partly because yay, saving the world, but also phew, not torturing little animals, because if you go into say medicine or agriculture as a geneticist, there's a really high chance that you're going to have to experiment on animals, and I don't know that I can kill mice, which is like the super common thing if you are a geneticist. Like if you're trying to develop medicines and that kind of thing, it's just part of the job, and I just can't do it. So I instead study ecological questions, so things like what has this bird been eating? So I will take a sample of its feces and its vomit and try to identify the organisms within it. I might catch a whole lot of insects and DNA sequence them to identify what they are. Or I may take a swab of a surface and try and identify what microbes are living on that surface and interacting with it. So I am a little bit all over the place in terms of the things that I study. So this is not that interesting. Moving on, I'm also something of an adventurer. This is partly because of my job. We often, pack up a whole bunch of equipment and go off into the wilderness for the weekend or something like that. I have hiked across Spain a couple of times. I've gone, snorkeling in the waters around unpopulated islands and stuff. So once the plague gets a bit more under control, there may be additional adventure content on this channel, but it kind of depends as to what other countries are doing a little bit, because at the moment I can't really leave New Zealand conveniently. So onto the actual writing part of the question. 2 genres that I write in, I think the most common are going to be science fiction and fantasy, with sci-fi kind of leaking into the fantasy because I have a tendency to over-explain the fantasy elements a little bit, and that's something I'm working on. Something I would never write in, I don't think I would ever write a romance novel. I might have a romance element in a novel, but it would never be like the genre I was writing in. I think I'm too much of a cynic to write, a actual romance novel where there are expectations of happy endings and those kinds of things. I just don't see it. Question 2. How long have I been on Authortube? About 10 months. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do for my 1-year anniversary over the next little while. Number 3, my setup. Camera, lighting, microphone. I am using what am I looking at? A Canon M50 camera, which has an adequate microphone, so I don't have a separate mic, although that's definitely on my list of things to buy at some point. But yeah, it seems to be okay. I just think perhaps the audio could be slightly improved, but I figure it's fine. And then depending on certain situations, like if the camera is just like awkward to position, I might use my iPhone. This is I think it's a 6 Plus, hence why it's so big. Number 4, do I script my videos or wing it? I wing it. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to talk about until like as I am setting up the camera, because I am disorganized. Number 5, how do I balance Authortube and writing? I don't know. I don't think I have a balance. I just kind of make stuff work by like shoehorning in extra activities when I can. I need to work on that. Number 6, bulk film or one at a time. The dream has always been bulk filming. That was the goal from day one. I was going to launch this channel with like 6 weeks of videos already lined up and scheduled, and I think I have actually managed to have scheduled videos like twice. It's very much just seat of my pants, I guess this will do. It's chaos, I do not recommend, but nonetheless this is what I've been doing for the last 10 months. 7. How much do I edit or cut from my videos? Oh my god, so much. Because of the aforementioned messing around, not planning, just winging it as I go, and also because I've got a lot of background noise to edit out and I tend to repeat myself quite a bit, I may end up with 9 to 10 minutes of footage from about an hour's worth of actual original footage. It's really bad. Number 8, do I upload videos on the day or do I schedule? I don't think at this point it should surprise you to learn that it's pretty much on the day. It's rare that I'm not at least finishing up the editing on the day that it's to go up. Usually I film it a day or 2 in advance, but then the editing will be spread out over a couple of days because I just, oddly enough, I find it to be a lot of editing and I figure it's less of a chore if I spread it out. Though of course it would be less of a chore if I just planned in advance and had less crap to cut out in the first place. But never mind, that's what we're doing. Number 9, is it number 9? Yes it is. What do I enjoy most about Authortube videos and what is the hardest part? I enjoy having a moment to like articulate what I'm thinking about and going through. Writing is so solitary and I don't have any real life writer friends that I see regularly, and I want to talk about my writing. It's like the thing that I'm excited about and I want to chat about it all the time and I don't have anyone to chat to. So this is me chatting to somebody about the thing that I'm really excited about and interested in, because even if you find friends who are willing to listen to you, if they are not writers, they don't really get it. So yeah, this is the thing that I get out of making these videos. The thing that I don't like, I am consciously aware that it eats into time that I don't have, but I think to me there's kind of that trade-off. Like, yes, it's time, and depending on your perspective you could argue that it's a waste of time to put all this energy into creating content that just kind of gets flung out onto the internet for like my mum to watch, but it's still nice because it helps me get my thoughts in order and makes me feel like I'm able to do that discussing, and every now and then one of you lovely people comments and I'm like, oh my goodness, someone knows I exist, and it's very exciting. And final question, what is my favourite video that I've made? I think my favourite videos are actually probably the ones that are slightly off topic, which is possibly quite unfortunate. I did a video where I basically just told the story of one of the family dogs. So it was just a whole bunch of random footage that I had of the various dogs that I've had over the last few, well, my mother has had. I have not had the privilege of dog ownership in a very long time. And yeah, I just kind of told the story of one of the dogs and put it to music, and it makes me happy to watch it. And then my other video, which is also quite off topic, is the video that I uploaded for my birthday this year, where I listed 37 things that I had learned in 37 years. That's probably my two favourites, but I feel like I need to pick a writing one, because otherwise what am I doing? I've double checked. Writing content wise, my two favourite videos that I've uploaded are one where, actually both are where I've shared my own work. One is a poem called Out and the other one is a poem called Inheritance. I think because the sharing of the poem in Inheritance is buried within a bigger video, it's kind of less pure, but it's nicely presented, whereas the poem Out is just kind of footage taken on a cell phone of me reading it at an event. So it's more like, here is the poem and that's it, but then the footage isn't very great and I actually make a mistake in the reading and you can tell at the end that I was quite nervous. So, you know, pros and cons either way. But I think I'm going to go with the Inheritance one because, like I said, it's just presented more nicely, and I kind of made like a little, I was going to say made a video, but I'm already talking about a video. I don't know. I put it to music and there are pictures and stuff, and I just like the overall effect of that segment within the video. So I'm going to say that's my favourite that I've uploaded. That took a long time. That's the end of the tag. Let me know down in the comments if you want to do this tag as well, so I can go check out your video. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and if you're new around here, maybe consider hitting subscribe and ringing that bell so you can stay up to date. Bye!